A very good afternoon to everybody. Today, semester 2 students are going to make an introductory presentation on T.S. Eliot's famous poem, which is also known as the Epic of the Modern Times or the Modern Epic, that is the Westland. Okay? So, very quickly, let me request Darshan, Akshay, Jai, and Jatin to make a brief introductory presentation on this poem. Yes, so Darshan, you can start now.
A very good morning, everyone. A very good morning, everyone. Today, me and my team uh, presenting the presentation on the Westland by T.S. Eliot. These are the table of contents that we are going to see. First is the introduction of author. Then we will see about the poem and the 5 parts of the poem, and then we see the theme and the conclusion. So I will start with my part, author introduction. Uh, Thomas Eliot was born on September 26, 1888. He was born in St. Louis, Missouri, United States. He was an American English poet, playwright, literary critic, and editor. And he was a leader of modernist movement in poetry, such works as The Westland in 1922 and Four Quartets in 1943. Eliot was exercised a strong influence on Anglo-American cultural from the 1920s until late in the century. His experiments in diction, style, and versification revitalized English poetry, and in a series of critical essays, he shattered old orthodoxies and erected new ones. He was graduated in Harvard in 1909, and he was in 1948 he was awarded as the Order of Merit and the Nobel Prize. Some of his key works or eminent works are The Westland, that is the topic of our presentation, 1922, The Hollow Man, 1925, The Murder in Cathedral in 1935, and The Family Reunion in 1939. And I will end my part with the quote from late Thomas Terence Eliot: "Only those who will risk going too far can possibly find out how far one can go." For further, I would like to call Jatin to continue this presentation.
Hello everyone, myself Jatin Varu. As Darshan mentioned, I will going to deal with some major parts of the poem and title significance. The Westland by T.S. Eliot is widely regarded as one of the most important poems of the 20th century and a central text in modernist poetry. Eliot's poem usually follow the legend of Holy Grail and Fisher King combined with virginity and contemporary British society. Among these famous phrases are April is the cruelest month. I will show you fear in the handful of dust. And the mantra is the Sanskrit language Shanti Shanti Shanti. Title sequence. The title refers of the myth of from ritual to romance, and the title stands for a infidelity and indicating the need for a new beginning. The poem structure is divided into 5 sections. The first one is the burial of the dead. Second is the game of stage, and the third is a fire symbol. Death by water is fourth, and the last one is the what the thunder says. Now I request to Jai Marunia to continue this presentation.
Good afternoon, all. I deal with the Westland 5 section. First is the burial of the dead. The poem begins with the stark portrayal of the desolate world in April, the supposed season of rebirth. Eliot exposed themes of decay and potential renewal. The speaker questioned the ability of life emerge from the barrenness, incorporating mythological and religious illusion to convey the complexity of the struggle. Second section. This section, a game of chess. This section depicts health, communication, and emotional disconnection in a modern context, drawing parallels to medieval romance. Sexual encounters are present with a sense of disillusionment, emphasizing the breakdown, the genuine human connection in the face of social decay. The third section is the fire sermon. Eliot explores the theme of desire and its distinctive impact on individual and society, drawing the inspiration from Buddha's fire sermon. The poem reflects the pervasive nature of the desire and the need for spiritual purification to overcome the emptiness, the degra- degradation caused by unchecked cravings. Fourth part is death by water. In this consent section, Eliot completes the morality and transformation through the image of Phlebas, the drowned slave. The drowned sailor symbolized the inevitability of death and futility of worldly pursuits, reinforcing the overarching theme of decay. The final section of the Wasteland, What the Thunder Says. The poem concludes with the visionary and mythical section where the thunder speaks in a cryptic language. This section suggests the potential for rebirth and renewal, presenting the glimmer of the of hope after the preceding desolation. It calls for a spiritual awakening and hints at the possibility of transformation and readaptation. The wasteland as a whole is a complex and multi-layer exploration of the disillusionment, fragmentation of the post-World War I society. Eliot employs the vast array of literary, mythological, religious reference to convey a sense of culture decay and the need for spiritual revival. Reading the poem alongside the detailed analysis can provide the deeper understanding its integrate themes and symbolism. This is from my side. I would inviting Mr.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to explore the themes of the poem. So, majorly four themes are there. The first one is post-war and Desolation. The poem reflects the desolation and disillusionment of following World War First. Eliot captured the sense of a broken world filled with cultural and spiritual decay. So, by the first theme, the poem talks about how things were really said after being big war, like everything was broken. The second theme is spiritual barrenness. Eliot explored the spiritual emptiness of a modern world. The poem suggests a lack of meaningful connection to traditional values, religion, and sense of purpose. So, by the second theme, the poem uh, says that people in the modern world feel kind of lost and don't have a clear sense of meaning. It's like they're spiritually empty. The third theme is mythology and ritual. Eliot draws on various mythological and ritualistic elements to convey the idea of culture and spiritual renewal. The poem suggests that reconnecting with this ancient tradition might provide path to uh, revitalization. By that theme, the poet thinks that If we look at old stories and traditions like myths and rituals, it might help us feel better and start fresh. The last theme is cultural references. Eliot incorporates sorry, incorporates numerous cultural and references from literature, mythology, and religion. These references highlight the fractual nature, fractured nature of contemporary culture and the loss of shared beliefs. By this theme, poet thinks that if we look at old stories and traditional, the poem uses words and ideas from different cultures and religion to show that our society is bit confused and has lost some of its shared beliefs. So, in concluding lines of the Wasteland, Eliot Blakely described the end of the world as a quiet, unremarkable event symbolizing a gradual decay rather than dramatic collapse. This choice encapsulates the poem's central theme of disillusionment and decay in post-World War I society. Through tapestry, the fragmented cultural references and mythological symbols, Eliot paints a desolate wasteland, the mirrors as a spiritual bankrupt civilization. The quest for meaning and regeneration explored in the poem leads to the realization the world ends not with bang but whimper, emphasizing the slow erosion and value. The wasteland serves as a profound exploration of fractured nature of modern existence and promoting readers to confront the consequences of spiritual emptiness and societal breakdown. So these are the references. And thank you everyone for listening.